startups, and small business will now have access to a big new pool of potential investors.
Equity crowdfunding is one of the most exciting alternative financing means for SMB companies, for small and medium-sized businesses. It comprehends the actual act of soliciting small investments, mostly in portions of 20 up to 100 euros, to non-accredited investors.
Why is that you find the US market so interesting?
You need to be in the most equity entrepreneurial driven society in the world, and that's the US. I mean, a sheer 90% of all the capital being invested in SMBs in the US is coming from actual equity investments, and this is completely different in Europe, where 97% of all the SMBs are being funded via banks.
And you're contemplating multiple or several different kinds of entry strategies. Which ones do you have in mind?
We're thinking about direct market entries, niche-specific targeting, partnering up with bigger investment firms in the US. We have a lot of platforms currently in hibernation mode, developing basically in anticipation of the SEC actually allowing solicitation towards non-accredited investors. So, in short, we as a European company basically have a head start of 3 up to 5 years. And now obviously it becomes pretty important for us to get into this US market and basically cash in on our experience. Obviously this is a market which is unknown for us. We do not have any profound knowledge of the US legal framework. We don't want to jeopardize the Symbid brand itself. If you make a mistake, this mistake could cost you thousands and thousands of dollars. Be absolutely sure that you can abandon ship to some extent, just going back to being a European company, and you need to be absolutely sure that you can, without having any prior networks of angel investors in the US, be able to roll up this market quickly, because before new incumbents can basically nestle into this market.
Exactly.
And we think we can do this by leveraging our extensive experience.
Who to target? The US market is a very big market. You can go broad or you can choose a niche market. So what's your opinion on this?
Still up for discussion. I mean, pretty much leaning towards a niche specific outset. However, in Europe, the Symbid brand goes for basically all SMB business. Eventually, we need to serve the whole US market. I think the better question to ask is whether our market share potential in the US would be bigger if we would focus on the whole market, or at least the market as a whole, cashing in on Symbid is the grandfather of equity-based crowdfunding, or that we should protect our brand and going very targeted, making sure that we can make a name for ourselves in a very particular niche, for 110% fulfillment of what the investors and the entrepreneurs in that particular niche think of what a platform such as Symbid should deliver to them, and then gradually build that out, or bringing in the other brands that we currently own into the US market.